Minecraft snapshots. Usually, whenever we're making one of these videos, all we really have to talk about is an ordered list of everything that Mojang implemented for that given week. Take last week's snapshot for example, bees, beehives, their underlying mechanics, etc. And within the notes for last week's snapshot was a statement saying that Minecraft 1.15 is going to be partially or fully be a full-on bug fix update. And today is the beginning of the manifestation of that statement. Minecraft 1.15 Snapshot 19W36A brings two rather substantial changes to the game that, even if you don't fully understand them, will change the game more than you might possibly imagine. 1. The release of Minecraft's obfuscation map, which will heavily aid the modding community, and 2. Some changes that give Java Edition a few missing features that Bedrock Edition has had for quite a while now, alongside a couple smaller changes along the way. So that, and even more, is going to be covered in this video. This snapshot is certainly an interesting one, so let's go ahead and let's get right into it. Before we get into 19W36A, however, let's check out 19W35A, which we previously completely overlooked. Scrolling down through the patch notes, it felt like 19W35A didn't add much. Bees now avoid water, nests are now more rare, spawn checks for the nests, kicking sleeping villagers out of beds, and bug fixes. At a first glance, it felt empty. There wasn't much to see or gain from the snapshot. That was if you didn't read the first paragraph at the top of the page. Apparently, more than a few people, including ourselves, missed that paragraph. What made a single Minecraft snapshot go from nothing important to nothing but important were only a few choice words. At the top of their page, Mojang stated, "Last week we brought you bees, and a lot of you have all been asking us what the entire update will be themed around. Well, bees are only half of it. The other is bugs. We want to take things a little slower this update and get things right. So from now on until the end of the year, we are committed to bringing you all a better Minecraft experience with less bugs and more frames." So there you go. To put it simply, Minecraft is getting a bug fix update. It's exactly what we've been wanting and waiting for, and if it makes the game run smoother, it sounds nothing but great. I do have a few theories though. In 2018 at Minecon Earth, the Biome Chooser poll was launched, allowing players to vote on one of 3 biomes to be updated. These biomes included the taiga, which was the winner, which received berries, campfires, and foxes in the Village and Pillage update. The second place biome, which is scheduled to be updated in the next update, and then the desert biome, which is meant to come after that. The one we need to be focusing on now is the second place biome. In that competition, Mojang announced that the savanna would gain a few interesting pieces, namely baobab trees, ostriches, and termites. If Mojang keeps this biome chooser thing going in the schedule with their releases, we could see termites get added. We've already got bees and bug fixes, so why not a few more bugs? If we're getting a bug fix update, well then you might as well throw in a few bugs that don't need to be taken out. With 19W35A out of the way, let's move on to 19W36A. If you go to Minecraft's website to learn anything about newer upcoming snapshots, you would be extremely shocked to find that, well, nothing on their website came out last week. Looking all over the front page, the news post for 19W36A is basically hidden, but nonetheless, a snapshot was released. Looking in the Minecraft launcher, it's right there in the news category. Clicking on that post, it shows some fairly interesting notes. Before we get into the massive news though, let's get into the smaller editions of this update. First things first, honey bottles are now less filling. They don't fill your hunger as much, and that's fine. It makes perfect sense. Alongside a few bug fixes, Mojang also finally added a few features that we couldn't agree with more. A little bit of version parity. For the longest time, there have been major glaring differences between the Java edition of the game and other versions of the game. So finally, some of those features have finally made their way into our corner of our silly little block game, and no, Bedrock's broken redstone was not a part of it. So now, trying to sleep in a bed during the daytime used to do nothing in the Java edition of Minecraft, but now, attempting to sleep in a bed during the day will allow you to change your spawn location. No longer do we have to wait until nighttime. While this will certainly take some of the aspect of challenge out of the mix, it's definitely a fairly welcome change. Bells will also now ring if powered with a redstone signal. Now, one of the things that we've been suggesting for a while also got added with the snapshot. Sponges officially dry out in the nether now. Instead of having to use a bunch of coal in a furnace or something, place them down in the nether and just let them dry. It's the perfect addition. Fireworks dispensed from a dispenser will now travel in the direction that they were fired as well. All in all, some pretty big and cool changes. A few other game rule changes, which are extremely welcomed, were also added in the snapshot. Dew Insomnia can now be turned off to prevent phantoms from spawning. Dew Immediate Respawn will now let players immediately get back into the game without a death screen, which would be very helpful for minigame servers, and drowning damage, fall damage, and fire damage can now be used to prevent specific sources of damage. To put it simply, our options are way less limited now, and map makers are certainly going to be having a blast. Now, if Mojang wasn't working on a combat revamp, this would be the part in the video where I would comment on how, if we're getting more game rule options, why not get a combat cooldown option as well? So, that's not all there is to the 19W36A snapshot. The modding community, at long last, is finally getting a helping hand from Mojang. Because I don't want to misquote them, here are their exact words. In an effort to help make modding the game easier, we have decided to publish our game obfuscation maps with all future releases of the game starting today. This means that anyone who is interested may deobfuscate the game and find their way around the code without needing to spend a few months figuring out what's what. It is our hope that mod authors and mod framework authors use these files to augment their updating processes that they have today. These mappings will always be available instantly and immediately as part of every newly released version. This does not, however, change the existing restrictions on what you may or may not do with our game code or assets. The links to the obfuscation mappings are included as part of the version manifest JSON and may be automatically pulled for any given version. They also provide a legal disclaimer stating that all of the information is provided as is and that you bear the risk of using it, so Microsoft isn't to blame if you wind up breaking things. They also tell you that you don't obtain any legal rights to any intellectual property for any Microsoft product. If you're not a modder, this probably means nothing to you, but if you enjoy making or playing them though, things just got a whole lot easier. Allowing the deobfuscation process to practically be read versus dissected will hopefully allow for much faster turnaround times on mods from update to update. While this is definitely not a modding API by any standards, it is definitely something. Minecraft has officially handed us a tool to better allow us to understand their platform, product, and reasoning for specific code. This truly gives us more insight to how Minecraft as a game is run and will hopefully let us customize the game even further with more ease. Minecraft is getting bigger and better with every single update. It truly is. For an extremely long time, players have been excited for what's coming to the game. People can't wait to play with new features, additions, and everything else. For the last couple of years, Minecraft has been doing their own style of update previews. While they've all had absolutely confusing names and changes, simply put, they help us get an idea for the future. In their own Nintendo Direct style showcase, Mojang gives us a sneak preview into everything Minecraft, whether it be Minecon, Minecon Earth, or Minecon Live. Seeing as one is coming up in literally only a couple of weeks, Minecraft is going to supposedly have news coming out during that event. While I couldn't possibly guess what else is coming down the pipeline that Mojang hasn't already announced, I do want to ponder for a moment. The way that I see it, either 1.15 will be just a bug and bug fix update, with 1.16 having more substantial content later on down the road, or 1.15 will be a fully fledged, properly themed update, but we won't see the implementation of bigger features until 2020 begins, which is what I feel is gonna happen. Mojang carefully stated that they're focusing on bug fixes until the end of 2019, which to me suggests 1.15's core features will start appearing after that point in time. I mean, hey, if Mojang is working on a bug-related update, maybe we can get ants in the game as well. I don't know, I might be biased. But aside from that, what do you think about these snapshots? Do you think this will change much for the modding community? Do you want baobabs in 1.15? What about termites or ants? Let me know in the comment section down below. But other than that, that just about does it for me for now. If you guys enjoyed this video, please consider leaving a like on it, because it would really help out myself and Michaelmcchill, who co-wrote and edited this video, the channel and the video quite a lot. But anyways guys, I hope you all enjoyed. My name is AntVenom, and I bid you all farewell. Thanks so much for watching.